Hello students, welcome back. Let us continue with exercise 8.2 of chapter 8 quadrilaterals. We will take a look at question number 3 now, wherein we have been given that quadrilateral ABCD is a rectangle in which we have PQ, R and S as the midpoints of sides AB, BC, CD and DA respectively. Now we need to prove, and AC is the diagonal. So we need to prove that quadrilateral PQRS formed is a rhombus. So let's revise the definition of rhombus. We need to prove two things, that it's a parallelogram and all the sides are equal. So how do we do this? Or rather, let's write down what we need to prove. That is, to prove that quadrilateral PQRS is a parallelogram and PQ is equal to QR is equal to RS is equal to SP. So we need to prove these two things. So how do we go about proving these two requirements of ours? We have this diagonal out here. So if you take a look at triangle DAC, you have SR as the midpoints of SA and DC respectively. Therefore, according to midpoint theorem, SR is equal to half of AC and SR is parallel to AC. And similarly, you can show that PQ is parallel to AC and PQ is equal to half of AC. Therefore, what do you get? That SR and PQ are not only equal to each other, but they are also parallel to each other. Therefore, in quadrilateral PQRS, you have one pair of opposite sides which are equal and parallel, which is why quadrilateral PQRS is a parallelogram. So our first part is proved. Let's write that down and then proceed with the second proof. Cool? So I'll say proof in triangle DAC, I have S and R are the midpoints of DA and CD given. Both are given points, right? Therefore, I have SR parallel to AC and SR is equal to half of AC. Why? I'll say midpoint theorem. Let's write this here. Theorem, and let's mark this as 1. Similarly, I have PQ parallel to AC and PQ is equal to half of AC in triangle ABC. Right? Let's mark this as 2. So what do we get from 1 and 2? That PQ is equal to SR and PQ is parallel to SR. I'll say from 1 and 2. Let's mark this as 3. So now, in quadrilateral PQRS, PQ is equal to SR and PQ is parallel to SR. I'll say from 3. Therefore, quadrilateral PQRS is a parallelogram. So this is my section number 1. Let's mark this as the first requirement and this is the second requirement. Right? So now we have proved PQRS is a parallelogram. How do we prove that these sides are equal to each other? That is to show that the given quadrilateral PQRS is a rhombus. So if you notice your triangles SAP and QBP, let's draw these. So I have SAP and I have QBP. First of all, it's been given that P is the midpoint of AB. Therefore, this side is going to be equal to this side. Also, SA is going to be equal to QB. Why? Because if you take your entire rectangle's width out here, S and Q are the midpoints, right? Therefore, let's take the points D and C. DA and CB are the opposite sides of your given rectangle and S and Q are their respective midpoints. Therefore, half of DA is going to be equal to half of CB. But half of DA is what? SA, and half of CB is QB. Therefore, SA is equal to QB. Correct? And also, here each angle is 90 degrees because they are the angles of a rectangle. We know that for rectangles each angle is 90 degree. Therefore, the two triangles are congruent to each other by the SAS test of congruence. Therefore, I get SP is equal to QP. So, we have at least proved two sides equal for my given parallelogram PQRS. Let us go ahead and write this proof and then we will continue further. So, now I will say in, so first let us prove that SA is equal to QB. In rectangle ABCD, I have DA is equal to CB, I will say opposite sides of rectangle. Therefore, half of DA is equal to half of CB. But half of DA is what? SA, which is equal to half of CB, which is QB, and I will say S and Q are midpoints of DA and CB respectively. And let us mark this as 4. Now, we will prove the two triangles congruent. In triangle DAP and triangle QBP. Sorry, SAP. I will erase this section because it can get confusing now. So, we have SAP and QBP. What do I have? I will show that. I will just rewrite this. SA is equal to QB and I will say from 4. Then I will say angle A is equal to angle B. Each is 90 degrees because it is the angle of my rectangle, we know that. And AP is equal to BP. Why? Because it is given that P is the midpoint of AB. Therefore, my two triangles are congruent by the side test of congruence. Therefore, triangle side angle side test of congruence. Therefore, triangle SAP is congruent to triangle QBP by SAS test. Therefore, let us write that SP is equal to PQ. Why? Because corresponding pair of congruent triangles. So, I will say CP, CT. Let us mark this as 5. Similarly, which two sides we can prove equal? I can prove that RS is equal to RQ, correct? Similarly, we can prove RS is equal to RQ So, for which triangles are we going to prove them congruent, equal to each other? Let us see. Just one moment. DSR and CQR. For triangles DSR and triangle CQR. Let us mark this as 6. Also, we have just showed that this is a parallelogram, right? So, we have SP is equal to RQ. So, now let us write point numbers 5 and 6. From 5 and 6, what do you get? SP is equal to PQ and RS is equal to RQ. But let's take a look at a parallelogram PQRS. We already have that SR is equal to PQ. Where have we written this? SR is equal to PQ from point number 3. So let's write this point as well, that SR is equal to PQ. So these statements are from 3, 5 and 6. Now if you notice that SR and RS are the same, right? So let me rewrite this as RS. I'll change it here also and here as well. Right? So RS is equal to PQ, RS is equal to RQ and SP is equal to PQ. What do you get? You have that RS is equal to PQ. These two are equal out here. Therefore, SP is equal to RQ. So, what do you finally get? That PQ is equal to QR, which is equal to RS, which is equal to SQ. PQR. PQ, QR, RS and SP. And let's mark this as statement 2. Therefore, what do you get from 1 and 2? That PQRS is a parallelogram and PQ is equal to QR is equal to RS is equal to SP. So, our requirement is proved, that is quadrilateral PQRS is a rhombus. Therefore, I will say quadrilateral PQRS is a rhombus from 1 and 2. The small Roman numbers 1 and 2. So thank you for watching while I solved question number 3. We will take a look at the remaining questions in the next videos. Thank you.
Hope this video increased your knowledge. For more such videos and a completely free educational content, log on to www.epathshala.org or visit our ePathshala YouTube channel. We have each and every question solved for maths, physics, chemistry and biology. So subscribe our channel, share with your friends, like our Facebook page and follow our Twitter handle for regular updates and important educational tips, and also win ePathshala goodies. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe this channel and enjoy the freedom of education.